You always hear about liquidity when it comes to trading. And soon as you look up information on the subject, you find the same concepts over and over again. But today, I will steer you away from the information used by the trading crowds and masses and show you the real liquidity. All right, so what is liquidity? According to forex.com, liquidity refers to how active a market is. It is determined by how many traders are actively trading and the total volume they're trading. Okay, let's try and put that into simpler terms. So basically, market makers, as in banks and financial institutions like hedge funds, need liquidity to offload their large orders. I can already hear you thinking, that's all fun and dandy, but how does this information help with my trades? All right, let's speed things up and take a look at some chart examples. It is said the highs and the lows are the places where there are large pools of liquidity, and market makers hunt them in what is called a liquidity grab. But there are key levels which go unnoticed, which also have liquidity, and these are order blocks and supply and demand zones. They often appear in areas where the market has previously consolidated, indicating a buildup of orders, hence we find pools of liquidity there. Now let's look at some past supply and demand zones. Notice how price is attracted and always comes back to touch the zones. I think you get the idea, and see how the liquidity inside the zones pulls the price. Now the real secret to liquidity is to look for a market move which leaves a large streak of untouched order blocks or supply and demand zones like this. And with all this liquidity, you can imagine how great the force pulling and attracting price downward here. Here is another example to the opposite side. Now that we have a strong directional bias, how do we know when to enter the reversal? One way is to wait for the change of character. This will indicate that price is now turning around. Another way, and my favorite, is to wait for a wedge pattern to form, and then enter. Notice how trades from this have very little drawdown due to the strong pull from the liquidity above. Now let's look at a live trade example I took on a funded account. On the MetaTrader 4, I was using the Key Level Wedge Pro dashboard. But for MetaTrader 5, there's no dashboard yet, so I use the individual indicators. Links for all of them in the description. Here I was waiting for a break of structure to show change of character, but it didn't break, so I decided to place the key level wedge indicator and take a wedge trade instead. And the rest was history. Stay tuned for the next Trading Secrets video. You won't want to miss it. Happy trading.